one. Go. Go. He's pushed in all the way to the edge. We're already down for one.
So my cut is if I started with that tilt, reveal the whole thing.
We have to build them because they're not movie lights.
If you're an origin crew member, raise your hand. Look at each other. This is a new family for the next couple months. Thank you so much. Happy day one. The film is based on a book called Cast by a Pulitzer Prize winner named Isabel Wilkerson. And I was so fascinated by her thesis in this film, which basically states that there is something underneath all of the isms that we experience in our lives across the world and across time. There's this thing underneath it all called caste. I thought that was a provocative idea, so I read the book several times. But as I was reading the book, I realized that there was more that I wanted to say about the story than the book. That I wanted there to be a character that we followed who could animate the ideas in the book. And I decided that that would be Wilkerson herself. So I approached her, I asked her if she'd be willing to allow me to make a film about her life and work.
I'll leave you with that. Thank you. I was aware of Cast, the book, because I have followed Ms. Wilkerson. Her work, is extraordinary. So I was familiar with that. And then I heard rumors that Ava was going to adapt it. But, I was like, that kind of miracle will never happen in my life.
This is a very singular project. It's unlike anything I've ever worked on before. And again, it's the examination of this one unbelievably brilliant woman's philosophy and her thought that she reached through her own pain and through her own observations and our own desire to dig deeper and to look further into things, to not keep things on the surface. And I very much think that that's what Ava's doing. She's taken that, and it's very much singularly Ava's piece that she is trying to express.
My first conversation that I had with Ava was before I was cast in the film. She told me what she wanted to do. She wanted to go to India. She wanted to go to all these places, and she wanted to do it really kind of guerrilla style because she didn't have a lot of money, And that was something that I felt was an extension of the spirit of the book. And I wanted to be a part of that.
Art is subjective. I'm not coming to be a part of my movie. I'm coming to be a part of her movie. And whatever she believes it requires, I feel like it's my responsibility to provide.
She is a force. She knows what she wants, exactly what she wants. Watching her lead, especially as a Black woman, is super inspiring to me.
She's wonderful. She's warm and she's kind and she's open to suggestions.
Someone like Ava will take the mechanisms of this mechanical piece of machinery, this piece of equipment, this camera, and knows the power of these lenses in recording a story that will last forever.
Alonzo.
She understands that.
Right here. You're perfect. So look, there in the middle of it. Oh, this is gonna be great. You know what would be a nice idea that I haven't used yet? I heard that it happens on some movies. Marks. Look.
It has to be black.
Prepared.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Marks and ready. I don't need. I got it. They're coming. I'm standing on it. I'm good. Thank you.
If you're good, please see me.
I can't imagine Ava sleeping. She just seems so full, and there's a kind of contagious enthusiasm that you have to match as an actor to sort of walk onto her set. She sort of demands of you that not only are you kind of prepared, but that you are like eager to be here. She treats everyone who's in the movie like they're number one on the call sheet. Like, I've never seen anyone work with background performers that way. Like in the dance hall sequence, she would go to each table and say, you're married, but you're kind of in a fight, you're not doing so well, you're on a first date, you guys are drunk, like would create backstories and would continually remind people, you're in the movie, you were going to go see this movie and you're going to be in it. And that's a very thrilling set to be a part of. I've just never seen anyone pay that close attention to the story of each single soul that's in the frame. Yeah, amazing.
Do not miss this flight, okay? I love you. Please be safe, okay? You got your boarding pass.
I knew you had it.
Hell yeah, you knew it, huh? You got it. Bye, baby.
I wasn't really able to take full creative license, but I also couldn't. I didn't know what I was really aiming for, and I'll be honest, that was hard for me in the beginning. It was frustrating. That being said, I think what ultimately you need to do in those kinds of situations is double down on your trust for the people that you're working with. And in this case, I cannot imagine two women that I'd rather, be in that foxhole with than Ava and Anjanou. And I look at Anjanou, I look at the work she's doing. Her heart is wide open and raw, and I believe everything she's doing, and I can fall in love with that woman the way that Brett would fall in love. I can do that.
Anjanou's one of those people, like Ava in the beginning, where you see such a nugget of greatness, and she's brilliant at what she does. She's not just okay, she's not just great, she's pretty damn brilliant.
She blows me away, and Anjanou is above all else, she's the reason why I really wanted to be here.
I know you want to say it. Go ahead.
I'm not going to say it.
But you want to.
Yeah, I do.
I know. Go ahead.
I told you so.
See, always with that I told you so.
Because I told you so.
You was right this time.
What you mean this time? I'm always right.
All right.
Right.
Calm down,
So
calm
get your
down.
little candy or whatever. Calm down.
I didn't have to really do too much to build this character because Trayvon is me. I feel like the same exact thing could happen to me given the wrong place, the wrong time, and the wrong person. Ava really wanted to shine the light on Trayvon in this film. You get to see Trayvon for Trayvon. You get to see him be an everyday kid. You get to see him be so regular and so human and just so vibrant and so energetic. As real and as authentic as this can feel, I feel like the more justice will be done.
So I'm down on the hand, you get a background person doing something in the street come through. I come up to his face, I'm living with him for a moment.
Just a step.
This is the first step, you should be ready to go. Let's see how it goes.
His name is believed to be August Landmesser. He had joined the Nazi Party 2 years before this day, but in that time, August met and fell in love with a woman unlike any he'd ever met. Unlike any he was supposed to have met. Irma Eckler, a Jewish woman.
Mein unerwartetes Vergnügen. Du bist früh angekommen.
Ich bin eine Überraschung.
Das bist du wohl. Eine attraktive Überraschung.
Victoria and I had a lot of homework to do real fast, and we didn't know each other before we got here, and we were sort of thrown into the fire, and it was great. She was really such a great partner. We kind of fell right into being in love very easily.
Unsere Arbeit hat sich gelohnt.
Es hat nur 6 Monate gedauert.
Trotzdem hat es sich gelohnt.
It's such a beautiful thing that these people found love and that they didn't over-intellectualize it and didn't think about all these ideas of why they shouldn't be together, but instead were like, well, we love each other. Like we have this this really precious thing, and so we're not going to squander it.
In the fall of 1933, Allison Davis and his wife, Elizabeth, cut short their advanced studies at the University of Berlin and fled Germany when Hitler took power.
So Allison Davis went undercover in Jim Crow South, risking his own life, and together with my team, we risked our lives to find out how actually caste systems work in America.
They had to keep to their own caste performance. Everyone had to play the part expected of them.
And cut! Nice.
Cut!
Very nice.
My fellow cast members, Jasmine Jones and Matthew Zuck and Apniewski, we were just an amazing team. There was such a cohesiveness that we were getting ready for every scene together. It's nobody did it on their own. We were on a secret mission, undercover team, and that was what we were like, offset as well.
You leave when again?
Next month. I have so much research to do here, and I have to start a new draft soon.
Do you even know anybody in India?
What's the point of traveling? Meeting new people.
Traveling to places where you are warmly welcomed by familiar faces is underrated.
Well, I might have found an Indian professor who can help me navigate.
Isabel! Isabel!
Dr. Yuri, Suraj!
What are you gonna do? We're gonna go straight. We're gonna walk right there. That's where we gotta go. Welcome to India, Isabel.
Caste is basically a kind of idea that promotes supremacy within people. It's a system of discrimination, it's a system of segregation, it's a structure that we all live in. What Isabel is trying to say, that structure and that idea of supremacy is same. You can put it in any context.
It's to say, hey, just look at it through this lens. Look, how do you fit into this thing that you feel like you are squared, and that you really feel like you understand these issues, and that you really have a place in these issues, and you have your opinion on these issues. Now let's just look at it from another angle. Let's just look at it from this, and let's see if you still feel the same way.
Invite them to think differently about racism, classism, economics. Come into it with an open mind and see what your takeaway is in terms of how we've been socialized to believe things are. It's another perspective for you to think on and maybe come away with your mind changed in some spaces and places.
This movie is a message to humanity that we all are equal.
I could stay around for a bit.
Don't you dare. You go. So you can come home and you can write your stories. Folks need to know about this.
My hope is that when people watch this film, they enter in with an open heart and they exit on a deeply feeling level. The success of this film won't be box office and it won't be critics. It'll be time. Time will tell. We hope that's what the film is and that you think about it when you leave the theater. That's the goal.